So now we can assume we are entered at the IP into the heading at the correct altitude, right? So we enter the IP, and then we make our first turn. We're going to turn around to the actual radial, okay? And then we'll turn around again to the actual reciprocal heading, right? And something that's important to realize is that you can use the tail of the course indicator in order to determine what the reciprocal heading is. You don't need to calculate it. So if, say, the radial is 270, like I said, you can put the bearing thing on there, and like I was explaining earlier, you can use the tail to determine the reciprocal heading. So it just shows it for you. You don't have to do the math if you don't want to. Okay. Something else to keep in mind is holding pattern entries. So if you've done civilian aviation, this is another thing you're going to have known how to do. Here's a few entries. So there are 3 entries that are mainly used: the direct entry, the teardrop entry, and the parallel entry. So the direct entry would be in this pink section here, right? So let's say that the radial is, in this case, it's 090, and then you would be reciprocal 270. So you'd enter direct if you're coming from any of these directions over here in the pink area, right? So like, let's say you were coming from the south here, from 180, and you come up, then you just make a left turn and then a right turn to follow that turn right there, and then you make your other turn and you continue in here. Okay. And then once you're doing teardrop, you go up through here, and then you go around and follow this path right here to enter. And this is called teardrop because it looks like a teardrop. So teardrop, you're going to enter from this perspective, you're going to enter from the top. And it's going to be like 10, 15 degrees, whatever you prefer, away from the, so subtracted from the radial. So if you look at it right here, the radial would be like south 180. This would be like 170 right here, or maybe 160, whatever you prefer. And you fly that for a bit, and then you turn around towards the reciprocal heading and fly into the IP. Okay. And then you have parallel holding entries. So you fly parallel, like so, and then fly the actual radial for a bit. So you enter, you hit the IP, then you fly radial, and then you turn around, and then fly towards the IP, and then you make your right turn back towards the radial. And now you're in the pattern entry. Okay. And the direct entry is pretty straightforward. You just fly into the IP and then make your turn and then continue. Okay. Is there any questions with that? Does that all make sense?
May I just say one thing? So,
Yo, what's up?
95% of the time you would use direct entry in this case because you wouldn't be approaching IP from the direction of the enemy.
Yes,
So
exactly.
just as a note there.
But something to keep in mind is that when you're pushing and you go towards the enemy and you bomb them, right, you need to go back somewhere. And usually going back, you're going to be going back to the IP holding. And so when you are coming back to the IP holding, you're going to be using parallel or teardrop, whichever you prefer. So when you're coming back from the enemy, because the enemy is going to be north here in our situation, based on how this pattern is facing, you're going to be coming back from the north, so you can do either parallel or teardrop because it's directly in the center here. It's really up to you, right? I think parallel would probably be a better choice in that situation because then you don't have to make any turns. You just continue parallel and then make your turn and then fly to the IP. So when you're coming back, you might have to use these holding pattern entries. And it's going to be difficult, of course. I don't expect you to sort of know these by heart. Basically, what I'm trying to get you to understand here is that there are easy ways to enter these holding patterns that make it so you don't have to fly in circles 50 times before your holding pattern looks plain. Okay. Basically, the idea of these is this. Okay. You're flying the reciprocal heading until you hit the IP. Then you make a right turn and you fly the actual radial. Okay. So it's just you have 2 bearings that you fly, and then after a certain amount of time, you switch to the other bearing by making a right turn. Or a left turn if you prefer it, but usually it's right turns. Okay? Fly 1 bearing, then make a right turn, fly the other bearing, make a right turn, fly the first bearing, and continue that until you have to push. So we'll get to that in a second. Game plan and attack brief. So this is a little bit of a separate thing. This is more of a coordination thing with your wingman. So I'm going to have you guys flying in 2 ships if possible. A game plan would consist of the following. So the aircraft who will be attacking, the tactics, the weapons, the method of engagement, and the egress. The aircraft to attack as in who will attack what. The tactics as in shooter cover, shooter, sequential and simultaneous, and then sometimes there's shooter eyeball and some other ones. Weapons is what and how many. Method of engagement, bomb on target, bomb on coordinate. I wouldn't worry about that so much right now. Egress, so where and how. So let's say, and sometimes they might give you an ingress as well. Usually you'll ingress from IP, so you don't have to mention it. But if they want you to ingress from the west, for instance, they might tell you to ingress from the west. What you should keep in mind is they're just telling you all of the pertinent information for the attack. What's important? This is not a hard, completely like by the book thing that you have to get right every time. You just give the information that needs to be given to your wingman so that it doesn't get fucking shot out of the sky, right? The important information is what you're giving out. Okay. So the important ones here are listed, right? Who's going to attack and what are they going to attack? What tactics they should use, which we'll go over in a second. What they should use, how they should do it, and where they should egress after they're done. Okay. Here's a very important thing: is shooter cover, shooter eyeball, stuff like that. So there are different roles in an attack. Okay, let's say we have 4 aircraft that are all attacking at once. There is a chance that only one of them are going to be attacking. 2 of them are going to be covering him. So like, let's say that you're, if any of you have done like CQB or something like that, you have somebody covering you as you go in because somebody might be. I mean, I don't do fucking CQB. I have no fucking idea. But if you're attacking a point as infantry, say for instance, right, you have somebody covering you and then somebody who's trying to get a specific thing done, right? So in our case, we're going to have somebody who's going to be shooting and then somebody who's going to be covering the shooter by keeping situational awareness, looking around, keeping their eye outside of the aircraft, because the person who's shooting is going to have their eyes inside the aircraft on the MFDs, on their controls, trying to get that weapon onto its target, right? They're not going to have the situational awareness to be looking outside the aircraft. And if, say, there's a SAM launch or AAA or something like that, they won't know that that's the case. And that's what cover is for. Cover will be able to come in and say, hey, smoke in the air, break right and flare. And that will probably save the shooter's life. So shooter cover is a very important tactic, especially in near-peer situations. Okay. Then we have shooter, which is both aircraft shoot. And then you have shooter eyeball. And eyeball is going to be the person who's looking with their targeting pod or their sensors, and they're going to be probably marking with it. So if they have a laser designator on their pod, they can laser designate. For instance, the eyeball might be lasing 1776 while the shooter drops his weapon on the target. Does it all make sense? Okay, great. Correlation. So this is how we're going to make sure that everybody who is doing the attack makes sure that they see the same guy. Okay. So it's the purpose is to make sure that the aircrew is attacked. I keep saying attacking, dude. I'm gonna lose it. Attacking the correct target. Okay. Methods of correlation include but are not limited to target talk on, laser handoff, data link, and other methods that aren't really important right now. But the main ones are right here. These 3. Okay. So target talk on right here is going to be basically he's going to talk you onto the target. I mean, it's in the name, right? Is going to say a general area, and then it's gradually going to become more and more general, or not more and more specific until you have tally on the target. So, for instance, in this example, we both see this village, so he's going to say call contact on the village south of the target area, and you're going to say contact if you see that, and then there is a northeastern tip of the village with 3 vehicles. You say contact when you see that, and then the center vehicle is the ZSU 23/4 is your target. And then if you see that, then you'll say captured /tally. So if you see whatever is being talked about and the words that is your target is said, that means that you're captured and tally. Because captured and tally mean that you are visual on the target that you are attacking. Contact just means you see what is being discussed. Captured and tally is that you see the target. Okay, so that's a very important distinction to make. Okay, so you can see the blue is somebody who knows where the target is and can see it, and then the red guy is the person who doesn't see it and needs to be talked onto it. Okay. Here's an example of laser handoff. So the word stare is used for that. So stare 1511 south of the echo point. The echo point won't be discussed here. We could just say south of the target area. And the other guy says laser on when he's ready. So he's gonna click in the 16 guys. You'll have the targeting pod soy. You'll click uncage, and on the correct laser code for 1511. And it will start laser spot search, and then he's going to start lasing. So he says lasing 1511, and then spot, cease laser, contact, whatever you see. Okay. So spot means that the laser spot search has found something, and it has captured whatever that is. I shouldn't say captured because that's a different thing, but it has locked on to whatever that is, and that the other guy can stop the laser by saying cease laser, and then contact on whatever you see because you're telling him that you see this. And then if that is your target, he'll say that is your target, and then you'll say captured to say, okay, I see that target that you said that you were going to give me. That is my target, and I see it. Captured or tally. Captured would be the correct terminology, but captured is, sometimes people use tally instead. I like to use captured because it's correct, but tally works as well. I just recommend captured. Data link, so they might say index, mark point, slew sensor, tell me what you see. So if I data link you something, 16s, 18s, this really applies to, the 15s not so much. If I data link you a mark point, I'll have you switch to that mark point and then slew your sensor to whatever that mark point position was by using cursor 0. You'll explain what you see, and then he'll tell you what your target is, and you'll say captured if that is your target. Okay, so like I said, that important distinction is what you should take away here between captured and tally versus contact. Okay, contact just means you see what's being discussed. Capture and tally mean you see the target. Okay. So attack phase. We were talking about shooter cover, shooter sequential, shooter simultaneous, and the egress. Shooter cover is 1 is attacking, 2 is maintaining SA, looking at his cockpit for SAM or AAA, maintaining visual with the shooter, making sure he doesn't do anything dumb. For instance, slam into a fucking tree, which has happened before. And it is the safest tactic, okay? Because somebody is constantly looking out for you, and once you've done this and you're in like a sticky situation where it's like a lot of people, a lot of near peer hostiles that you're worried about, this shit is a lifesaver. Like shooter cover, you'll never want to do anything other than shooter cover because you'll get launched on by a SAM otherwise and die, and you'll never even know you were launched on in the first place, right? You'll just have a heart attack because you got jump scared by an Igla guy, which has happened to me one too many times. Okay. Shooter sequential, which is 2 or more aircraft are attacking with the effects on deck at predetermined times. So sequential would be, sequential, so it's 1 at a time. So there won't always be a predetermined time. Sometimes we'll just say trail 5 miles behind me, and then we'll attack this target. But sequential means one person attacks, then another attacks, and then sometimes it'll be assigned with a time. So for instance, sometimes it might be 30-second spacing or something like that, right? It's easier to execute and deconflict, but it gives the enemies time to react. So let's say I drop the first bomb, and then 30 seconds later, the second guy's going to come in. They're going to be ready for the second guy because the first guy already attacked, and they know he's here, right? Shooter simultaneous is basically 2 or more aircraft are going to be attacking with effects on the deck at the same time, so simultaneously. It's harder to execute and deconflict, but the enemy does not have time to react because both aircraft drop at once. Okay. Egress. So egress could be defined prior to the attack. So egress west, egress south, egress whatever, egress back to IP. An aircraft should not loiter. I can't even speak English, man. Loiter over the target area unless required for BDA, but should immediately egress to their designated hold, except for immediate reattack. So we might have to reattack immediately if we missed, for instance. That would be up to whoever's in control. So if it's just Scar, we're just attacking ourselves with some other guys. We might just decide, okay, well, since he didn't get destroyed, we'll just do an immediate reattack, right? So reattacks might be necessary, but don't just sit there over the target because you'll die. Okay, you're gonna want to go back to the IP if necessary. Here's a visualization of what this might look like. So we got some SAMs and some aircraft up north of this ADIZ here. And then we have friendly territory here and these fighter area of responsibilities. I mentioned this because there is probably cap in these areas defending you the entire time. So in FAOR Genie, for instance, which is basically, when I say FAOR, you could just imagine a zone that has friendly aircraft in it. There's going to be some cap aircraft here defending us in a holding pattern at like 30,000 feet, and we'll be holding at 20,000 feet doing CAS or SCAR or AI or whatever else, right? And we're in this holding pattern here, and you can see these aircraft can't do shit, these hostile aircraft, because we have friendly cap in this zone. If they ever cross this line, they'll just get immediately shit on, right? Because it is the cap for them. This is their fighter area of responsibility. They have responsibility over defending this area right here while we're doing this caps. So this is a safe zone for us. So we might have a FAOR with an IP in it, and you'll just be holding in that IP. and it's going to be on the other side of the ADIZ, so these SAMs can't reach you as well, right? So once we cross in, right, and we send somebody in, we're going to need that cover, because what if one of these aircraft start attacking us, or what if one of these SAMs start engaging us, right? You're going to need to say smoke in the air, smoke in the air, crank right, or defend right, right? Or this aircraft is launching on you, and you need to tell them to defend or notch or whatever else. Or maybe the wingman here needs to engage one of the fighters before he causes an issue, right? There's a lot of situations where cover is going to be a very, very useful asset. And a lot of people are like, oh, why do I have to be cover? I want to blow up ground stuff. Well, cover is arguably, in my opinion, a more important role than shooter anyways, because it's making sure that somebody doesn't fucking die. So that's how important shooter is. It's something to keep in mind. If you're a flight lead today, I highly recommend, or I don't even highly recommend, I will require that you at least once try shooter cover with somebody if you have a wingman. Okay? And that's it. Do we have any questions? It's very important that you understand this, because it's something that's going to be used very frequently. So if you have any questions, make sure you ask them.
Could you do like a practice comms flow, just to see how it would all go together?
Okay, well, I mean, when it comes to comms flow, there isn't going to be much comms today at all. I'm going to have you guys take off from the airfield, and then you're going to switch to different frequency that everybody's on. But a lot of this is going on in your interflight, right? So
Okay.
let me go to correlation.
Yeah, so comms depend on what you're doing. So this IP
Yeah,
to
I
target
mean-
tactics is applicable for CAS, for AI, for SCAR, for a bunch of things. So the actual strike frequency comms depends on what you're doing.
Exactly. So, I mean, let me just give you an example. The main comms thing that we're going to be going over today is correlation. And this doesn't exactly have to do with IP to target tactics. This is just making sure that whoever's attacking with you, whoever is attacking a target, sees what they need to attack, right? Or sees what is necessary. So, like I said, we have examples here for correlation. This is how it's done. You basically just tell them where to look. They say contact. You tell them something more specific. They say contact. You tell something more specific, contact, tell them that is your target, and they say captured or tally if they see it. Right. Laser handoff, you just, I mean, if you don't remember what the correct terminology is here, like stare or laser on or spot sees laser, you don't have to say that. You can just say it in plain English, right? You're just trying to get the point across. You're telling them where the stuff is. What I do urge you to say is capture or tally when you see the target, and use contact when you see what they're talking about. That's the distinction to make. Okay.
Okay.
So
What
this is
about,
an example right here. So this would be with your flight lead or your wingman. So the flight lead sees the target, the wingman doesn't. You correlate them onto the target before attacking. Let's say we're doing shooter, and we both need to see the target.
Oh,
Right.
okay. So we're not doing like JTAG with that.
No, there's no
Someone's not,
JTAG.
like, missing for us?
No
Okay.
JTAG today. There might be an
Okay.
instance where we have a JTAG, or well, I mean today, no matter. Are we having you flight lead today? I think that might be a good call.
It's up to you, man. I don't mind.
Yeah, I'll have you on flight lead, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And then I might hop in at some point onto the frequency I'm gonna have you guys switch to after talking to ATC, and I might have you guys, what's it called? I might have you talk to me, but I'm not gonna be doing anything that's very specific. The only thing I would be doing is correlating you to targets and say push when ready. Like I'll tell you when to go ahead and push, and you guys will just be implicitly cleared to engage whatever you like. You just shoot at shit, right? It's just a kill box.
So, this is a nomad question, but that's type 3 control, basically,
It's-
Well, not really, no.
Yeah, well,
Because I'm not
simply
giving
put-
you.
it's
This is not cast at all.
if we're if you're gonna very simplify it, then yes, but no.
Similar to.
Similar, but
Okay.
yeah, I guess, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Are there any other questions? I think I can help you guys with. Okay, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have you guys join up on the Caucasus server. You're all gonna take off, tune into ATC. We will be following the comms plan. So if you guys have that, I'm gonna actually find it real quick and then send it to the link.
So when we're going into the or like when we're going in, we're both flying together. We do like separate, like one person's like orbiting over, doing like a like aerial JTAG type shit, and then the other one comes in, or would you rather have us go in together?
So I'm gonna have you go in with other people who are in your aircraft. And if you don't have any other people in your aircraft, you can fly with people who also need a wingman. So, for instance, Benelli, there's only one A10, so we might have somebody go in with Benelli, like a Hornet, for instance, go in with Benelli and help him out because he doesn't have a wingman, right? So, honestly, at this point, you're just basically flying with somebody and then practicing this entire concept with them. Okay. So when you have a two ship, you're just both holding together in the same holding, right? So when I'm gonna give you guys a radial pre-briefed. So I'm gonna give you really quickly once I can find this that I'm looking for. I'm gonna give you guys the comms plan, which is currently in general. So make sure that everybody looks at this in general. That's
We're
the
going in
comms plan.
the Mythic Sierra 1, correct?
I will get to that in a second.
Okay.
So everybody take a look at the comms plan real quick. Okay, so we're going to be taking off from Kobuleti. So you're going to tune into Kobuleti Tower. All right, you can pick whatever intra-flight you'd like. And if you're flying with other people, I'm going to let you guys choose who you want to fly with. For instance, if you're an 18 and you want to fly with the A10, that's wonderful. Just coordinate with each other, pick an intra-flight frequency, and use that. So I'm going to have you guys tune into once you're ready to taxi. You'll do all the tower stuff at Kobuleti Tower. So in our case, that is Kobuleti. Is that just not on here or something?
It is 14.
262.
262.
It's under the blue ones.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
262. So you'll tune into 262.0 on your primary radio, and then contact me there. And I'll be on tower. I'll be doing ATC stuff. And then once you are clear the airspace, I will tell you, leave my airspace, frequency change approved, contact whoever at whatever, right? You're not supposed to leave the frequency until I tell you that your frequency change is approved. Okay, so if I don't tell you you're good to leave the frequency, don't fucking leave the frequency. You got that? So, with that, after I tell you to leave the frequency, I'm probably going to switch you guys to TACOM. So, Trio 8.75. And then I will be in there talking to you guys, so I'll assign you radials or whatever else, okay? So, I'll probably be in there giving people stuff to do. And then there are 2 initial points that we'll be using. I forget what they're called. They're on the F10 map, what they're named. And then they're also programmed in your jets as waypoints. So once we get there, just take a look at the F10 map, and you'll see what waypoint it's on and select that. Okay, I'm not sure which waypoint it's programmed in for you. You'll have to get that figured out. But it is in your jet programmed in there, and you can use the F10 map to see which one's which. Okay. Does everything make sense so far? The general flow of how we're doing things today. Have any
Yep.
question?
Nope.
Okay, awesome. So whichever Mythic server the Caucasus thing is on right now, I'm gonna need to launch lot ATC and all of that real quick and get onto there. But whichever Mythic server is running the Caucasus mission right now is what we're gonna be using.
Okay, so that's Mythic 1.
Yeah, so hop on Mythic 1 if that's the one that has Caucasus on it. And by the way, guys, we're going to be going over the tag view today. So I want the IP to target tactic hold to look nice. That's the idea. Okay. There's a lot of times that your targeting pod or whatever sensor you're using is going to be masked because you have to turn around, right? Because you're flying the actual radial, you're flying away, so you're going to be masked. You just have to be patient with it. Sometimes it might take a while. Then you have to turn back in, and once you turn back in, you have a visual with your targeting pod. Sometimes these things take a while, right? Because you're in a holding, you're being safe about it. This is something that happens in milsim, right? This isn't like something you do on 4YA or Hoggit or whatever, right? So it's going to be kind of tedious. It's going to take a while because you're going to be masked half the time. But at the same time, it's worth it because you won't die, okay? So make the holding pattern look nice. This is a practice. So I'm going to want to have you get used to that holding pattern while you're using your sensors and all of that. Okay? So try and make it look as nice as you can.
I feel like us Hornets get an advantage because in case 2 and case 3 we have to do the Marshal. It's literally that.
Yeah, and also we have in the Viper autopilot where we can hold specific headings, so it's pretty handy. I think the A10s have that too. I'm not exactly sure.
So we said so that's Mythic 1.
Yep, correct.
Caucasus.
Mythic
I don't think I have the updated skins. Oh no. For the VFA 81.
So who's gonna fly with whom?
Yep, we're gonna want to get that figured out now.
So I'm gonna end up in an Apache. So what do you want me to do?
Well, no, I prefer you fly in fixed wing if possible.
Oh, well, that's gonna be kind of funny. Okay. Got it.
Any weapons restrictions or just whatever?
Nope, bring whatever you like.
Okay.
Yeah, there are gonna be no radar SAM sites, so. I wouldn't worry too
Copy.
much
I'll
about
bring
that.
full harms then.
We said Kobuleti, right?
They are
Yep,
craters
go
on the ramp.
Shit, I need to restart DCS.
Should we restart the server as well? Because there's craters on the ramp.
Yeah, go ahead and send the server to a restart if you can real quick. That'd be great.
Okay, we'll do.
No, I'm about to do air-to-air refueling.
The server is Oh, bruh. Server is restarted.
I'm
no
like-
bad.
About to link up with this tanker.
Near 9 miles away from the tanker.
I'm almost there. I'm burning fuel to get there, so I can have, fuel to.
Fuck.
Refuel
My
it.
bad.
We're literally 8 miles away. Come on, that's nothing.
My bad, G. I don't think I can stop the reset sequence, can I? Oh, I can.
Don't stop it. Just let it reset, bro.
Yeah, I would just send the restart. That's fine.
Oh, there it is.
There it goes. Oh well.
Rip Mozo.
I don't know what aircraft to fly in. Because I don't fly any of them well, other than the Apache or the Coyote.
The idea here is not to really fly it well. It's just to figure out how to do the holding pattern.
You can do it in the Apache, no? Just a smaller. Listen to
I guess, but it's not something you do. Like the Apache, you never do this shit. This is not something you do in the Apache. I mean, sort of. There are times that you do a racetrack hold, but it's not the same. You don't use the initial point to hold from.
So you
Oops.
use a BP and you fly NOE, nap of the Earth, as low as possible, and just kind of find your firing positions in your BP.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a special case with me being an Apache pilot.
I mean, sometimes you run racetrack on a BP, but that's not an IP. That's not the same. Also, something I forgot to mention is when you're pushing, you just say pushing. Like when you're pushing away from the IP and actually doing your attack, you just say over your engine flight to your wingman, pushing.
So you said weapons
You said it.
of our discretion.
Yep.
Oh, I see the IPs. IP gold and IP bronze.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Ooh, the motherfucker that got AMRAMs on. Oh, it's Sullen.
It's
Perfect
Mythic Server
underground
1,
weapon.
right?
Yep, Mythic 1.
Sick.
Excuse me.
Waypoint, can you see the waypoint number it is? No.
Nomad, I'll fly with your flight license. You know, we're awesome and cool and F-16s.
Is that Banzai you're talking right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you loading up? I'll,
Two
I'll take whatever
38s,
you
two 12s.
take. 238s, 212.
You take laser code 1512.
15.
I'm gonna. Can I join? Wait, I guess I can't because it's 2 people. I'm flying a 16 because it's the only plane I can somewhat decently fly in.
Chang, I'm with you.
Sure. Well, you have no other choice, so
I think so.
I'm gonna touch you.
That's why I brought MRAMs.
Uh-oh. That's not very nice.
Alright, then you guys can feel free to definite mute in Discord. I'll be on those frequencies.
Hey, Banzai,
Hey, Greg,
I'll,
who
Can
should
you
I-
switch over to the
Yep.
to our like VCs?
Yeah, switch over to VCs.
All right, bye bye.
Hold on, where am I going? Who am I with? Who's
you
left?
can go with the 16s. You can go with the 16s. They'll help you
Oh,
out.
okay. Copy
If there's
that.
any questions you have, they'll be there.
Awesome.
Banzai, come down to 179th on Discord.
Tracking.
There you go.
You. Alright.
Where are you loading out with Nomad? You said 238s, 212s?
And let's go for VHF. I'm gonna go with 14000.
Sick. You running two
And
bags?
do you have
2 bags, yeah. 2 bags ECM.
2x ECM? Got it. I'm just taking 4 JDEMs because I don't want to mess with the laser code right now.
Okay, fair enough.
I want something easy to start with.
Bunch 212s.
Who's this? Oh, Animal. You're flying with us?
Yep.
Safety 60.
Nomad, 5x5.
Do I have to mess with the no, I don't, right? The laser code on the actual bomb now, or how does that work? I haven't
Yeah,
actually
you have to.
had-
So when you're selecting the bomb, you click on the yellow triangle and you need to fucking what's it called? Select punch in the laser code.
Cool. Would I punch in mine or yours?
Yours. So if you're number 2, you put punch in 1512. If you're number 3, 1513 or whatever. What's the
Sick, okay.
what's the TACOM is Riot 308.
308 point, yeah, point 0.75. Cobalt lady, correct?
Yes.
B. Should be spelling it no.
Ah, yeah, that makes more sense as to why no one's over there.
Do not forget to align your hammocks, because we're gonna need that.
Oh.
I mean, we're not gonna need, but you know, it helps a lot when to ground.
Guys, make sure at Kobaletti, not Sanaki Kolki.
Yes, I know. I'm going there now. I 100% forgot about it because I was using Sanaki because it was closest to the tankers before.
Look at you over there. Someone got a little special skin on.
Hmm?
Oh, the blue one? Yeah.
That was my go-to until I had one.
There's a different one that I use. I just always forget which one it is. I think it might have been this one. Yeah, the aggressor skin.
Oh yeah. We don't have to request turn on, right? We can just turn
No,
on.
no, yeah. Turn on.
Okay.
Yeah, just turn yourself on, man. Just turn yourself on.
Alrighty then.
Got a lot of practice.
Dang.
You don't need foreplay here.
I was telling you about my Instagram earlier, alright? You know, that I don't play.
Okay,
Inferno 11260 radar check.
we're gonna be Bulldog 1.
Thank you, Big Dan.
Banzai, you're number 2, and Anvil is 3.
Copy.
When you are ready, just do me
Awesome.
a radio check on Victor 140 flat.
Inferno 12, radio check.
Fuck. Hate VR. Hate it, but I love it.
I'm so used to doing the startup with just using my mouse for a look that I turn off my track IR to do stuff at this point.
I have a screenshot.
What is it? Ah, that's what I forgot last time. Okay, so for the jammer, do you use it in 1, 2, or 3?
Depends on the situation. In this case, if we're doing just pure air to ground, I'll probably use it in 2.
I didn't know that. Wait, what's the difference between 1, 2, and 3? I thought only 1 and 2 were modeled.
3 is barrage jamming, so it's constantly on. And 1 and 2 is
okay.
self-protection mode, so it only starts jamming once you're getting locked on. 1 is radar priority, so your radar still works, but it's degraded. And on number 2, your radar doesn't work. But, but the jamming is more powerful.
And you can still only run it on a semi and auto, right?
Yeah, I always run semi.
Yeah.
But I think for
What do you
mode
mean?
3 you might have to have it in manual. Not sure. I think you do.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What were the comms again?
So
V.
UHF 1 is 262 flat, UHF 2 is 30875, and VHF 1 is 140 flat.
And how do I set the pre? Gotcha.
Sorry, again, what was the channel we were doing comms checks on again?
So your interflight is on VHF is 140.
140.
Yeah, UHF 1, which is cobulated tower, is 262, and TACCOM is 30875. Do we have any taxi?
Coalited Tower, Inferno
Then
1.
how do I change what I'm using for the like what preset I'm using for the radio?
Inferno 1, 2 ship on
So if you press like COM 1, and then on the bottom left you see pre, and then 1 or 2, and you use the rocker switch, arrows up and down to change the pre, and just use the double switch down to select the frequency under the pre, under the number, and you change it to that frequency.
Okay, gotcha.
That's our cool buddy.
I'm gonna mute in here and then just put the channel.
Cool buddy, there we go.
And then how do I switch between the channels once they're set?
Do the rocker COM 1, and then press number on your UCP, so like 5, and then enter.
Got it.
Comp check on 140.
Bullet 1 has you 5x5.
Oh gosh, I need to figure out.
Bulldog 2 has you 5
Coalited
by 5.
Tower, Inferno 1. Go ahead. Will we be getting squad codes or no squad codes today?
Negative, no squad codes. They're currently broken in DCS.
7-4.
And where are you guys? I cannot see you. Well, you're on the other end of the Apron south. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, I might change that. Dang it. Can I use the in-game binds for the radios, or do I have to use SRS?
You have to use SRS.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware. But yeah, I think so. Because the in-game ones are for the comms menu, I think.
Hey, I'm having a weird issue when I'm changing my laser code. For whatever reason, it's staying on. Like I can't change it to 1512. Do you know what that could possibly be?
Talking about the weapon or the TGP?
Changing it on the DED.
So that's your targeting pod code. So either your TGP is not on or it's still booting up.
Copy. Alright, it was just booting up.
If it says 0, then I think it's booting up then.
Alright, so really quick before we take off, and I go into muting myself, what are the steps for me to employ JDAMs? I sensor over the, I sensor select to my T-pod, get the T-pod on target, TMS up, right, to get it to point or area track?
You don't. Yeah, you can do either point or area track. Doesn't matter wherever your
Another
TGP
question
is
for
pointing.
aligning the HEMIX. I'm at the I'm in the right spot for whatever reason though. Whenever I hit enter to actually do the alignment, it's not pulling it up. Is that another thing I'm fucking up?
Turn on your HEMIX, the symbology knob.
Yeah, it's on. It's just for whatever reason my HUD's not changing to what it should be, like the little cross.
So if you look outside your cockpit, you can see your HEMIX.
Yeah, I see the HEMIX. I'm just not able to unless do I need to align it if I can just see it?
You do, but you go once you select course, you need to press M select, so 0, not enter.
Copy. I'm selecting not enter. All right, sounds good.
Sorry, Anvil. You good?
Yeah. I'll figure it out once we get up there.
Okay.
Which is not a, like, which should be kind of fun.
Coalition Tower,
That's
Inferno
fine.
1,
Just
do 5 on Alpha.
mute yourself then on I'll do a radio check on Victor and you mute yourself.
Inferno 1, winds are tree 08 at 12, altimeter is 299er2, runway 25
Bulldog 1-3 radio check.
Runway heading climb maintain 10,000.
1311 Lima Charlie.
Inferno 1 clear for takeoff, back. Inferno 1 clear for takeoff, maintain heading. That's what altitude, sorry?
Climb maintain 10,000.
Climb maintain 10,000. Inferno 1.
1 is ready to taxi.
2 ready to taxi. 3 ready to taxi. Are we all calling it for ourselves, or are you calling for all of us, Nomad?
I'm doing comms for all of you, so make sure you're on com 1 262 flat. So I'm gonna do a check, so I'm gonna say Bulldog 1 check, and you just reply 2 and 3 on UHF, okay? Bulldog 1 check.
Bulldog 2 check.
555.
Bulldog 3 check.
Cobblade Tower, this is Bulldog 1 flight of 3 Vipers at apron south, right taxi.
Bulldog 1, taxi Sierra Alpha, hold short 25.
Sierra Alpha, hold short 25, Bulldog 1. 1 rolling, wait for me to pass in front of you. So we'll do a sequential takeoff, 20-second separation. We'll farm up on the runway staggered.
1810 South Apron, ready for taxi.
Dragon 1, your second for taxi. Hold for Bulldog 1. Once clear, taxi Sierra Alpha, hold short 25.
Taxi, Sierra Alpha.
Oh, wait, that's separation again?
20 seconds.
20 seconds? Copy that.
Affirm. Yo, Nelly, I have you on in-game VoIP as well as SRS.
2 rolling.
Inferno 1, right turn heading 327, maintain current altitude.
Right rolling.
Maintain altitude.
Inferno 1, correction, I'm gonna have you climb to 10,000.
Inferno 1, 10,000.
Three, don't forget your taxi lights. And make sure you all switch on landing lights before takeoff.
What lights are those?
Landing lights on takeoff.
Copy, just above your RWR.
Inferno 1, Lynn Myers Base, continue on navigation, contact 30.75, it's gonna be Nova. See ya.
Inferno 130.75. Have a good day.
Complete the tower, Bulldog 1, holding short, 25.
Bulldog 1, winds are 308 at 12, altimeter 2992, runway 25, clear for takeoff, maintain runway heading, climb, maintain 10,000.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25, climb, maintain 10,000, maintain runway heading, Bulldog 1. Okay, so make sure you guys all line up staggered and then we'll do a takeoff.
Copy, I'll run to your right, and 20 seconds separate.
Affirm. Okay, 1 running up, 1 rolling.
Two rolling up. Two take.
Go with tower, Dragon 1 over, 255, traffic.
Dragon 1, your second for takeoff, let's run.
Okay, so guys, maintain runway heading, climb to 10,000. And just follow me in. You can also bug me on your HSD on data link. Which we haven't set up, so make sure you set up your data link 5.1 correction 1.5.1.1, 1.5.1.2, 1.5.1.3 in sequence, but we'll do that after we are handed over from the tower. Tree, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, it doesn't matter, disregard.
I've done it before, I just forget how to do it. If you walk me through it quick, I can get it done.
Okay, we'll do it after the handoff.
Bulldog 1, advise when clear from
Bulldog 1 clear of runway 25.
Dragon 1, line up away 25.
Lining up. Runway 25, Dragon 1.
Bulldog 1, right turn heading 360, climb maintain 10,000. Correction, maintain 10,000.
Right turn 360, maintain 10,000, Bulldog 1. Okay, my speed is 400 in the box, maintaining 10,000, turning north.
Dragon 1, winds 308 at 12, altimeter 299.2, runway 25, clear for takeoff, maintain runway heading, climb maintain 10,000.
Runway heading 10,000. Dragon 1.
I don't know what's going on with my jet, but it is constantly wanting to pitch down.
Press Control Enter to bring up your controls and see if your trim is out of whack.
When my trim is centered is when it wants to dive.
That's strange.
Bulldog 1, leave airspace, contact Nova at 308.75 for condition change approved, see ya.
30875, Bulldog 1, see ya. A2, make sure you're following us. You're turn right, direct, straight north.
Sorry, just having some hardware issues, just trying to get those figured out, currently on autopilot.
Okay, take your time, and flight push on uniform at 308.75, that should be uniform 2. So again, when I call on uniform and say Bulldog 1 check, you just say 2 and 3, okay?
3 copies. 2.
Bulldog 1 check on uniform.
5.
3.
Nova, Bulldog 1, checking in, as fragged with changes, departing Koboleti at 10,000 feet.
Bulldog 1, radar contact, right turn heading 000, establish IP bronze, radial 105.
Bulldog 1 will establish IP bronze, radial 105. IP bronze is 6.
Nova Inferno 1.
Okay, flight index tier point 6. Tier point 6 is IP bronze.
It went in some weird altitude hold mode.
Inferno 1 is
Like
like
the-
goal on Angel Season.
Some sort of hold off takeoff.
Inferno 1, Nova, just go ahead and continue your IP holding and attack when ready.
Second.
Inferno 1, device must spike SA6.
My altitude hold kicked on, so it tried to keep me at low level.
Rip. Okay, make sure you guys index tier point 6. We're gonna climb and maintain flight level 20. And index tier point 6, that's IP bronze. Our radial is 105, so make sure you set up your thingamajig near your balls.
Set it to 105?
105.
The course one or the heading one?
Inferno 1 to Nova, so we're clear to engage
Whatever
whatever targets
works
we like.
best for you.
Affirm, you're cleared to engage any hostiles in the range marked on the FM map. Should be anything west of your IP, northwest.
Inferno 1 copies.
Yeah, so try your best to get into formation with me.
What's your speed?
3-0.
Do I also have to check in on the attack frequency, or is it just you checking in for all three of us?
I'm checking in for all three of you, so just focus on flying.
Copy.
Yeah, you're gonna have your hands full flying and doing your sensors, so let me focus on the comms. Okay, 3, you ready for the data link talk on thingy?
Send it.
Okay. Go list, then enter. You should see net status confirm.
Wait, what was that first part again?
Press on your ICP, press list, then enter. You should see net status.
Plug 1, no,
Pressing enter
I
doesn't
think
do
you're
anything for me.
already. It's going to be flight level 180 to
Stand by.
200.
Block 180-200 Bulldog 1. Okay, second.
Enter's not doing anything for me.
Make sure go list, and then on your
Plug 1,
DED
Nova,
you should
traffic,
see
heading towards
data link on your
20
DED. It's echo.
Yeah, I see data link or D-link on the DED. I just can't, like, whenever I press enter, it's not doing anything.
Enter on your ICP. On your ICP, below list, below RCL, and above mselect 0.
The ICP.
Dragon 1 radar contact, right turn heading 348. You're going to go ahead and establish IP goal.
So enter, that's on the ICP, right of time 6.
I'm going to have you at radial 130.
Correct.
So are you in the data link page now?
No, it's pressing enter is not doing anything.
Okay, make sure your GPS, your data link, and your mids is on your right side panel.
That was it. I got it.
So make sure you're in your data link page.
It says net status on the top and then GPS time.
Okay, make sure GPS time is on. You do that if it's currently off, press 6 on your ICP, that's time.
On.
Okay, go sequence right 2 times on your double switcher so that you should then see TNDL, STN.
Got it.
Okay, stand by. I am currently establishing the fucking holding. So go double down till you select the first set of digits. Type in 1511, press enter.
Into 1, 2, or 3.
Into 1, so skip the T and then go to the numbers, select the numbers, and then type in 1511, enter.
Done.
Then go double down twice for the second set of numbers, type in 1512, and then again for 1513.
Correction, hold block, flight level 120, 140.
So 1511, 1512, and 1513.
Affirm. Once you've done that, go double down until you see until you selected the number 1 under own number 1. Make sure you put 3 in there because you're number 3. Your own ship is number 3. So the data link codes are the same as your laser codes.
Got it, and now I see you on data link.
Good job. Okay guys, make sure you establish on me. That's 3.6. Our block is from 180 to 220, so I will establish 200 and then you form up below me in 500 feet fucking intervals. Nova Bulldog 1 established IP bronze in my block.
Nova Capital.
I have a visual contact on you now, but I'm forming up on you now.
Okay, copy. Just do your best to just form up below me and trail. Let's call it like 2-mile trail, 500 feet intervals.
Bulldog 1 Nova, you can go ahead and engage targets at your discretion as long as they're in the Segura range.
Segura range at my discretion, Bulldog 1.
How do I get distance from me to you? Or just kind of eyeball it?
Just eyeball it. You can select me on your HSD on data link so you can see me. But yeah, just eyeball it, bro.
Copy that. And what's your speed?
I'm currently Mach 0.52, but will increase a bit. Target speed is 0.55 Mach.
And that would be the number under my arm, correct? On my HUD.
That would be the above your nav, and then there's some digits, and then above that, 0 point something.
Gotcha.
Flight, go ahead and fence in.
Two fenced in, 8.3.
Haha, what do I have to do to fence in?
Laser arm 1, master arm 1, RWR and countermeasures on. ECM to operate and active, and your master light switch to off.
Gotcha.
Inferno 1 to Nova.
Go ahead, Inferno 1.
This is Inferno 1-1. We spotted a possible bandit Bulls 387 for 197 over our target points. Permission to engage.
Inferno 1 Nova, go ahead and hold fire on that hostile.
Inferno 1, hold fire.
So for turns, I'm doing 30-degree turns with autopilot and heading select. You just focus on flying. I'm looking for targets. I'll be data linking you targets, and then we'll do in our talk-ons and briefs and shit.
2. 3.
All stations Nova ROE for air threats are only if they pose a threat to you during your attack. If you're out of the kill box, then don't feel necessary to engage.
Inferno 1 copies.
Bulldog 1, roger. Right.
What's your altitude block again?
I'm currently at holding between 19. So 2 set up at 1905 and 3 set up at 1900. Zapping you a steer point now. Okay, so 3 focus on flying. 2 index the steer point and tell me once you've got your TGP on.
Nova Dragon 1, establish flight level 13,000, IP gold.
Dragon 1 Nova engage targets as at discretion.
Alright, 2 is now looking at
ROEs
steer
for
point
air
500.
targets is only if they pose a threat.
Targeting pod is on.
Okay, you should see multiple groups of vehicles and some infantry. Call contact.
Nova 1, Marshall, or sorry, Inferno 1, establish Angle 73, IP gold.
Inferno 1 Nova continues fragged.
What radio should we be flying on?
Yeah, I kind of messed up my thingy there, but it should be 105.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect and beautiful, but you know. Okay, turning right now. So if you get your eyes on that area, east group, you should see like 2 vehicles and some infantry. It looks like 3 mortar positions. They're just east, so there's a group of like 4 trucks, and if you go southeast about 100 meters, you should see 2 vehicles and some infantry. It looks like 3 mortar positions.
Hold 1, I have to restart my targeting pod for whatever reason. Picture's not coming up.
Okay, copy 3 if you're ready. Are you ready to work?
How do I upload the mark point and use it?
Select it as tier point 500.
Gotcha.
So to like keep your hands and brain open to like sensor taskings, use your autopilot, use your heading select, and just use that heading knob to control your holding pattern.
I see a building in multiple with like fuel or water storage buildings.
Do you see vehicles?
Not yet.
Make sure cursor zeroed.
How do I do that?
Press, if you see on your TGP on your right side, CZ, press that button.
Got it.
You have to remember to keep doing that often. Whenever you're switching steer points or whatever, press that.
Copy. I see 2 fuel trucks. It looks like a tracked vehicle of some sort.
Yeah, turn, watch your orbit to turn back in, and we'll do it on our second pass.
2 has a working T-pod now. Have visual of steer point as well.
Copy. So I have both of you attacking that same area, but just different targets. We'll do correlation. Tree, you're still, you're going a bit too close to the target area, man.
Yeah, I turned a little late. I'm still getting reacquainted with this aircraft.
That's okay, don't worry about it.
Nova Inferno 1 pushing from IP Gold.
This is why I fly helicopters.
Okay, so, 2, stand by.
Inferno 1, Nova, continue.
So 2, if you go from the steer point, at south, you should see what looks like 2 trucks, and then some infantry just to the south of that. So there's like 4 groups in total, 2 groups of vehicles and 2 groups of infantry.
Copy. Just give me 1 second turning on the target so I can see again. Currently in T-pod mask.
Yep. A-firm.
Copy. I see the trucks you're talking about to the south of the wait.
So you see 2 groups of trucks and 2 groups of infantry.
2.
A-firm, so your target is the eastern, so the closest group of trucks. Your DPI point of impact is 1 GBU 38 between those infantry and those trucks, so the eastern group.
Copy. GBU 38. Try to hit those trucks. All right, we'll do.
A-firm, we're doing eyeball shooter. Nothing. So push and ready. You're clear to engage. Just make sure you give your callouts on uniform, so IP inbound, then in from the east, then egressing south, and then when you're back on the IP. And your pickle as well.
Copy. What's our IP point again?
Steer point 6, so we are right on top of it right now. Tree advise when eyes on.
2 has eyes on. What is the name of our IP point again? I know we're at 0.6, but I don't remember what the name of it was again.
Bronze.
Copy. So I'm just gonna say IP bronze ingressing target.
You can just say inbound IP bronze, or you can just say leaving IP bronze.
Inbound IP bronze.
Your call sign. Who is inbound? Your call sign.
That is Bulldog 2 inbound from IP Bronze.
Gonna... to 555. Bulldog 1 is engaging groups of trucks and infantry. Bullseye 325 55.
Bulldog flight Nova, continue.
Bulldog continuing. Tree status.
Trying to get more formed up with you.
Okay, you don't have to focus on that. Focus on your sensors. Tell me once you captured the target area. Steer point 500.
Currently masked by clouds or something.
Bulldog 2, pickle times 1 GBU 38, egressing to the east.
Yep, copy.
However, I have had visual on it a few times.
Okay, copy. Tell me once you have your once you see the target again.
I see it's gonna mask soon though.
Yeah, so when you can see it clearly.
All stations Nova, ROE update. Air-to-air targets are available to engage at discretion.
Bulldog 1. Okay, we currently have Bandit Angels 22 right above our target.
Should be a C-101, correct?
Sorry?
It's a C-101, correct? The bandit.
Unknown.
I've got eyes on target again.
Okay, so call contact on those two vehicles east of the steer point with some infantry, looks like mortars just to the east of them.
1, continue.
Where is that in relation to the black smoke?
Northeast, about 150 meters. Looks like one truck and one tracked vehicle, and looks like 3 sets of infantry, perhaps mortars. And they are east of a group of 4 parked trucks. Southeast.
Stand by, clouds obscuring.
Roger, 1, establish ID gold.
Target 1 Nova, continuous frag.
Copy, Jerry 1.
And 2, if you are happy with that description, you are approved to push without tallies to make sure tally just before you drop. Correction, that's for 3, not 2. One will target a group of trucks. And a tracked vehicle just to the east, correction, west of trucks.
I have eyes on the infantry and designate my T-pod to target.
Second?
How do I designate?
Second?
How do I designate my or
1,
get my bomb on target? Like, how do I use a T-pod to designate the point to get a CCRP drop or whatever?
Nothing. Literally, just have your TGP or cursor on the target, and that's it.
You could also just TMS up on your target, that should help.
Yeah, doesn't matter if it's TMS up for a point track or TMS right for area track, is the same thing.
Copy that.
Advise when ready to push.
Ready when you are.
Copy pushing. Bullock 1 attacking same target will do shooter, single GBU-38 each aircraft, IP inbound.
Nova copies, I'll continue.
Will I also need to say IP inbound and all that fun stuff or no?
Just call it IP and call it 1 minute after me. I kinda did it wrong there because I was supposed to be calling IP inbound like when I'm at the IP, but I did it early. So just do it like 1 minute after me.
Copy.
Bulldog 1-1 in from the east. Two, you'll mop up any targets that remain after our attack, okay?
Two.
So keep your eyeball on the target set.
Bulldog 3 IP inbound.
Bulldog 1-1, 1 away, 90 seconds. And to provide BDA for our hits.
Will do.
Inferno 2 Nova, on frequency.
Bulldog 3, will do.
Last caller stepped up. Inferno 2, are you on frequency?
Inferno 2, on frequency.
Inferno 2 Nova, establish IP Gold, radial 170, flight level per block is going to be 14, correction, 140, 160.
Bomb 1 hit, good effect.
Bulldog 1-1 engaging Bandit, Bullseye 329 or 58. Bulldog 1-1, Fox 3.
No, one inbound, 315 from IP Gold.
Bomb 2, good effect. Were you both aiming to hit that northern target, the target north from the mark point?
Bulldog 1-1, a Bandit turning cold. That's a negative. The number 3 targets was the two trucks and 2 vehicles and sets of infantry east of my first bomb hit. So what happened?
I seem to see, yeah, I just got 2 bombs, seem to have hit that north group. That's what I'm seeing here. Good effect. North group is indeed deceased.
Copy, Tree, what do you have to say about that?
I think I did a good job, other than the whole, IP range check part.
Yeah, you didn't hit the target I wanted you to hit.
I think that's was 3, you said 2 guys, I just saw 2 bombs hit.
Break 2, you have a Bandit on you, right on top of you, Angel 17.
2 got. I have no visual.
Check data link.
I have him locked up.
Alright, is it? I can't get him on scope. Where is he?
I see him on Daylink, don't see him outside of my cockpit. I'm just gonna come do the racetrack again and then clean up whatever targets were not hit earlier.
Fuck is he? Ooh.
Splash 1.
Awesome, good job.
I
Bulldog
now have
1
no
flight,
storage,
engaged
I,
and destroyed 1 bandit, bullseye 33357, 57.
I might have punched everything to get faster, so that's an oopsie.
Say again?
I smacked my emergency storage jettison to get more up there.
Rip.
You know, but your holding block is between flight level 140.
Okay, so you're down to what? What are your weapons?
2 Fox, or 3 Fox 3s and 1 Fox 1. Sorry, 2 Fox 3s and 1 Fox 2.
Okay, copy. Hold your DIP, maintain air-to-air, maintain SA, and you are red and free on all bandits.
Copy, my fuel state is 4.4.
Okay, do you wanna RTB or do you wanna air-to-air refuel?
I will attempt an air-to-air refuel.
Approved. Go ahead and contact NOAA for vector to tanker.
All stations have 20 mics until RTB.
Put 1 copies.
Blue 1. Okay, 2, you with me?
Dragon 1 copies.
2?
Nova Bulldog 3. You there?
Okay, 2, you will engage that eastern group, 2 vehicles with infantry.
Can
Advise
I have
when
back to the
captured.
nearest tanker? 2.
Bulldog 3 Nova Arco is broad 155, 22,000, flanking southwest. Correction drag.
155.
Heading 162, best course for intercept probably 176.
176 for intercept, copy that.
2 captured eastern group.
Okay, 2 will do cover shooter, trail, in from the IP, off, east, back to the IP, push and ready. I'm in trail, strike posture set, go and ready.
Sorry, say again.
I'm on your ass, I'm covering, go and ready.
Bulldog 2, IP bronze, inbound.
Yeah, fuck. Actually, change to game plan. I'll do shooter. I'll engage the tracked vehicle that's to the west of the destroyed group of 4 trucks.
2 copies.
Bulldog 1-1 IP bronze inbound. Make sure you call in from the east. Before you drop, like 30 seconds before, just call in from the east.
Bulldog 1
Bulldog 2, it's me.
continue.
Bulldog 1-1 in
I was
from
a
the
little
east.
late on that. I'm gonna have to just stop it.
Second.
Bulldog 2, Pickle times 1, GBU 38, out to the east.
Channel 1, 315, ID gold.
Bulldog 1-1 paveway. Son of a bitch. Disregard. Bulldog 1-1 egressing.
Dragon 1, 2 times rifle, ESS 240.
I see what you're doing. Stream sniping me, you slut. Okay, so what do we have left? Ooh, this is my truck here, being a little bitch. So smoke. What's this? That's a truck. Okay, go ahead and do a sensor scan of the target area and see if you can find any more hostiles for you. To the right.
Currently see one more group of trucks, seem to be from the south of the mark point.
Is it the same target group or is it far away?
They are just to the west of that initial group that I hit. Not too far away, just right next to the other steer point, just a little bit south. groups there. I hit that more eastern group, but yeah, that western group, from what I can see at least, still standing.
Copy. That's your target. Give me single GBU 12.
2 copy. Single GB 12.
Comms check, 30.75.
Look one, good check.
Looks like my audio cut out there for a bit.
It's the Russians.
Must be. Inferno 2 Nova.
Inferno 2.
Jesus.
Do you have an attack ready to go yet?
Okay, I'm tally those 2 trucks.
Inferno 2, A.
Copy that, you can push it ready and then you can
One of
advise
them
if you'd
appears
like
to be
correlation to start.
up, the other one appears to be neutralized. Unless...
Understood. Inferno 2. Shit, missed my window, gonna have to do a rerun.
That's okay. Can you data link me the mark point? Because I only see 1 truck.
Will do. 1 second. For me to data link it to you, how do I do that again? I haven't done that before.
Make sure that your mark point or steer point is indexed, and then you need to press IFF in, I believe. Give me a second. Yeah, so on your controls it's transmit switch IFF in. You need to hold that for a couple of seconds, and you make sure your HSD is on one of your MFDs, and then you'll see the transmit TNTL is gonna like light white, flash white.
2.
Fast.
Inferno 1,
How do I create it as a mark point again? For whatever reason, I'm having issues creating a mark point. Is it not just TMS long up?
So make sure you're on the mark point page, Make sure your TGP is your mark point source, and then press the TMS up twice.
So by the time you get back, it'll just be another RTB.
Copy, TMS up twice, and then it was IFF out, correct?
In.
Would you like to get back to the home plate?
Received.
Dragon 1, right 2. Egress 250.
One is masked, turning in. And yeah, captured. I see one truck there in that correction. That is your target. Yep.
Go for it, photo 1.
Would you guys like a RTB?
Copy, 2 is now inbound, we'll send it over TACCOM in just a second.
Because we're going to RTB at 5 mics anyways.
Vector RTB, please.
Copy, vector to home plate is going to be 161.
161, roger.
Fast, jeez.
Inferno 1 Nova, leave airspace, contact Covality Tower 262.0.
We're not pushing 262.0, have a good day. IP Bronze, Bulldog 2, inbound from the...
Inferno 2, paveway.
Can't see fucking shit through these clouds.
Bulldog 2, no bombs released, egressing back to the east. Don't know what happened there for whatever reason. I held down at 7. No bomb ever, just left the rack. We're gonna try one more go at it.
One.
Inferno 2, paveway.
Shit. 7. Can't see fucking shit. Maybe. It feels like the TGP is worse than ever for some reason. What's this? what distance?
Inferno 2, requesting vector to home plate.
Inverno 2 Nova, vector to home plate is 14546.
So that's the bridge. So we go north,
Bulldog 2, IP Bronze, inbound from the east.
and we see fuck all. Sorry, all this right.
Inferno 2, repeat last, please.
Inferno 2 Nova, vector to home plate is going to be 14043.
Inferno 2, 14043.
All stations Nova, RTB, time now. Advise we need a vector to home plate.
RTB.
Bullet 1, roger, RTB. Flight, go ahead and fence out. Index 2.1 for Kobuleti.
Two fenced out, 2.2.
One fenced out, 3.8. Do you wanna form up on me so you can do a 2-ship or approach, or do you wanna go on your own?
I'll come forward up on you. Just give me 1 second to find you on data link.
One. Bye bye.
On data link, you are 1511, correct?
Affirm, but you should see me as number 1. Make sure you set your own ship to number 2.
Yeah, I did that. I had it messed up a little bit earlier, but I fixed it. And for whatever reason, I cannot find you. I have you as 1, and then you're 1511. But I see myself.
Okay, looks like I'm off your nose. If you're at Angels 18, I'm off your nose, Angels 20.
Copy, I see you.
Dragon 1 Nova, leave airspace contact, Kobuleti Tower 262.0, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna slow down. I've jettisoned my bombs, and I'm gonna slow down at Angels 20. Wait for you.
Inferno 2-1 Nova, leave airspace contact, Kobuleti Tower 262.0, yep.
Copy, you said you're Angels 20, correct?
Affirm, I'm gonna descend Angels. Actually, I'm gonna stay Angels 20. Yeah, Affirm.
Copy, staying 20, still rejoining on you.
Yep, I am 270 in the box.
1 Nova, leaving airspace, contact tower 262.00, continue on navigation, see ya.
Bullock 1, 262, contacting the tower, ship. Okay, push uniform 1, that's 262.00. Bullock 1, check. Just say 2 on uniform.
Leave me Charlie.
Sorry, what was that tower frequency again?
262.00.
26200.
And I have you on data link.
Yep, got it sorted.
Koboledi Tower, this is Bulldog 1 flight of 2 F-16s, north 30 miles, Angels 20 inbound.
Koboledi Tower, Dragon 1, currently 25 miles west of your airspace.
Bullock 1 Nova, left turn heading 133, descend maintain 15,000. Dragon 1 Nova, left turn heading 074, descend maintain 12,000.
Turn descend 12,000. Can you repeat, Mary?
Dragon 1 left turn heading 069 right now.
Alright, I'll be going.
Dragon 1.
Tower in front of 1-1 to main base, final runway 25.
Bruh.
Inferno 1-1, runway 25, clear to land, winds 308 at 12, altimeter 29902.
Tower Bullock 1, say again, altitude. Okay, I'm gonna start descending now.
Bullock 1, left turn heading 084, descend and maintain 15,000. Bullock 1, traffic at your 11 o'clock, 16,000. That's C-13.
Bullock 1, turning left 084, say again, altitude, slower please.
After 12 o'clock, KC-130, 16,000.
In front of 1-1 on final 2 miles.
Bullock 1, visual.
Bullock 1, traffic no longer factor.
Jesus.
Inferno 2-1, right turn heading 152, descend maintain 2,000.
Inferno 1-2, on final.
Inferno 2-1, repeat last please.
I think it was 1.
Inferno 2-1, right turn heading 184, descend maintain 2,000, report airfield inside.
Inferno 2, turn heading 184, set 250.
Bullock 1, right turn heading 155, descend maintain 10,000.
Right turn, Wi-Fi 5, descend and maintain 10,000, Bullock 1.
Turning 155.
Yeah, yeah, just follow me in. Just follow me in, front up on me, ignore those commands, just follow me in.
Will do.
Inferno 2-1, right turn heading 244.
Inferno 2, right turn 2.
Inferno 2-1, correction, right turn heading 258.
Inferno 2, 258.
Inferno 2, airfield is off of your 2 o'clock, advise on airfield in sight.
Tally airfield.
Say again last.
Inferno 2, tally airfield.
Inferno 2-1, clear for the right overhead runway 25.
Clear for right overhead runway.
Inferno 1, clear runway on Charlie.
And 2,
Dragon
check
1-1, right
switch
turn
is
heading
safe.
076.
076, Dragon 1-1.
Check switch is safe, master arm and laser arm off.
Bulldog 1-1, right turn heading 207.
207, right turn, bullet 1.
Copy. Master arm off and laser arm.
A4.
Also, just off your right wing here should be forming up.
Visual, I'll try and maintain 3500. Correction, 350 knots.
Dragon 1-1, right turn heading 114.
Right turn heading 114, Dragon 1.
Hello.
Yep.
Bulldog 1, right turn heading 243.
Right turn, 243, bullet 1.
Bulldog 1, clear to descent to pattern altitude.
Copy, say pattern altitude.
2000.
Descending 2000, bullet 1.
Bulldog 1, airfield after 12 o'clock, 15 miles, advise an airfield in sight.
Bullet 1, airfield in sight.
Inferno 2-1, please extend your downwind by about 5 miles.
Okay, throttle to
Inferno
idle.
2, extending downwind. By 5 miles.
Dragon 2-1, right turn heading 151.
Turn heading 151, Dragon 1.
Okay, we'll try and keep 350 knots at 2000. We'll do an overhead brake. Maintain on my right wing. We'll do left brake, I believe. So I brake first. Give me 7-second interval.
Inferno 2, continue downwind until advised
Bulldog
otherwise.
2 copies.
Inferno 2, downwind till total.
Bulldog 1, clear down to the right overhead runway 25.
Bulldog 1 cleared right overhead. Runway 25. Okay, set up on my left wing then. Left wing will do right overhead. How copy?
Bulldog 2 is now on your left decimal.
Copy.
Bulldog 1, traffic at your 1 o'clock should be no factor.
Bulldog 1. Yeah. Bulldog 1. Bulldog 1, 2 mile initial.
Inferno 2-1, base at discretion.
Inferno 2-1, base at discretion.
So the inverse is 068. Braking now.
Dragon 1-1, clear to descend to pattern altitude.
Descending the pattern altitude, Dragon 1.
Inferno 2-1, say speed.
2 braking.
Bulldog 1-1 downwind.
Dragon 1-1, left turn heading 071. Inferno 2-1, cancel clearance, left turn heading 198.
Inferno 2-1, say again left.
Inferno 2-1, cancel clearance, left turn heading 205.
Bulldog 1-1, a left base. Correction, right base, gear stop, 2-5.
Bulldog 1-1, clear land runway 25, winds 308 at 12, altimeter 2992.
Bulldog 1, clear to land, 2-5. Overshot.
Dragon 1-1, left turn heading 246.
Yeah.
Do I have to tell him I'm turning final as well, or was his clearance for you clear for one?
You also, so call on base turn.
In front of 2-1, left turn heading 102.
Horrible.
Bulldog 1-2, turning final.
Oof. I am doing a horrible pattern, but okay. There's a lot of wind, so be careful. Be careful.
In front of 2-1, left turn heading 074.
Runway 2107.
Dragon 1-1, left turn heading 210.
210, Dragon 1.
Dragon 1, airfield after 12 o'clock, 9 miles.
Visual on airfield. Woody Tower, Dragon 1, request straight in, clearance for straight in approach.
Dragon 1-1, right turn heading 245, clear for the visual, straight in approach, runway 25. Cleared for straight in approach, 245.
Inferno 2-1 requesting.
Bulldog 1-1, clear of active to the right. Correction, left.
Bulldog 1-1, taxi Charlie Sierra for parking area itself.
Charlie Sierra to parking, Bulldog 1-1.
Inferno 2-1, left turn heading 026, maintain current altitude.
Left turn 026.
Perfect. Okay.
These are 308 and 12, altimeter 2992.
Clear in 25, runway 25.
25, Dragon 1.
Bulldog 1-2, cleared runway, clearing left of runway 25.
Dragon 1-1, say speed.
Speed 120 knots.
Bulldog 1-2, taxi Sierra, 2 apron south, parking. Dragon 1-1, say again, look towards speed.
Dragon 1, 120 knots.
Copies all. Inferno 2-1, left turn heading 294.
294, Inferno 2-1.
Inferno 2-1, slow speed to 140 knots.
2 mile final, Dragon 1, 1.
Inferno 2-1,
Inferno 2-1, left turn heading 239er.
239.
Inferno 2-1, right turn heading 265. Inferno 2-1, clear for visual, runway 25, it's going to be straight in approach.
Inferno 2-1, 265.
Dragon 1-1, left foot able, taxi Sierra, hold on, correction, 2 parking on apron south.
Turn left when able, hold Sierra.
Correction, taxi Sierra, and then parking at apron south.
Whoop.
Inferno 2-1, advise on final.
Inferno 2-1, AFA.
Come on.
Clear active, Dragon 1-1.
Inferno 2-1 on final.
Inferno 2-1, runway 25, clear to land, wind.
What's up?
The ceiling. Yeah. The ceiling.
Okay, you're fucking. I have so many words to say right now.
I know you do. I know you fucking do.
Dude. I don't know if you saw. Did you see Inferno 2-1's base when I like had you guys doing the overhead?
No. No, why?
I saw some of my worst overhead breaks in my life today. Like, oh my gosh.
Well, to be honest, there was a lot of wind there. Like my base
Yeah.
turn, like the wind blew
I
me
saw.
off.
Yeah, I saw. It was a pretty terrible base as well.
Yeah.
What's up?
Alright, I've had this happen twice now. Is there anything special you have to do to drop GBUs? You just
Hold
pull
down
up.
hold
right?
down the weapon release and fly on the
Okay,
thing.
that's
And
fine.
weapon
Okay,
master
what
arm.
what GBU? What didn't drop?
my GBU 12s for some reason didn't drop. My 38s went off fine. This is the second time it's happened. Yeah, I've only had this issue with GBU 12s. I've always been able to drop.
Were you
GBU
in
12s.
CCRP mode?
That was my next question.
Yes.
Okay.
I was on I was on
Master
CC,
arm on?
Yeah. Master arm was on.
And you were flying the correct heading?
I was indeed
And
trying.
if you pitch down, then it fucked. It doesn't release. So don't pitch down.
And you were holding the release like before the release queue, or?
Held it for usually hold it at 7.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's early or anything. 'Cause yeah, I don't know why that's happened twice now.
Maybe your weapon release is in op.
But it only happens for 12s, right? So.
Yeah, it was only happening with the
Shouldn't do
12s
that.
because both my GBU 38s went out with without an issue, but my 12 for some reason just didn't feel like coming off the rail. I don't know. I only went one pass around, but I remember last mission I flew. I was having the exact same issue. I was trying to hit something on the ground. I thought I was doing everything right, but for some reason my GPU is not coming off the rail. Huh. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna have to fuck with it.
Alright, let's move over to the briefing room so we can do a debrief.
Will do.
My stupid. Where's the? Diffic. Oh. I will speak. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you will speak. You better speak, buddy.
I will speak so hard that yeah, I'll never have to speak again.
How'd you guys like the C-101s?
Was that an attempt to humiliate me a second time?
Yeah, it did. It was. I was gonna touch you with the C-101s.
But bro, like, I was trying to hunt one down and I just couldn't get a lock. I don't know what kind of stealthy fucking
Yeah, I
shit.
can tell. I can tell. No, he was chaffing like crazy. He was chaffing like a nut
yourself?
job.
The C-101 stole the paint from the F-35 hangar.
Yeah, for real.
But
And instead of huffing it, well,
The Hornets seem to have no issue killing the C-101s. So
I gauged one. I had no problem, but that was like one at like 10 miles and close. I merged with him, and I just couldn't get the radar to see him for some reason.
You know what that sounds to me like?
Skill issue.
Yeah, it sounds like a huge skill issue, honestly. Though.
Sounds like
Crazy.
your mom is a skill issue,
Okay, you need a job, buddy.
bro.
What happened here?
excuse me.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, time to see our horrible fucking racetracks.
Yeah, I can't wait for this. So yeah, the Hornets taxi first. I appreciate the expedited takeoff because the Vipers took 2 to 5 business days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Throwing flames. Takeoff. That's a nice takeoff though. I like the staggered like that. It just looks so damn cool.
Because we're the best, obviously.
This right here confused the shit out of me. I want an explanation for this, Bonsai.
Oh,
My headset froze, so I had
Uh-huh.
to restart my headset. I swear that's what happened. My headset froze, and I had to set a bid link, and I lagged behind a little bit. I'm so sorry, guys.
you know what that sounds like?
Sounds like an
Oh,
excuse.
skill
You get it,
issue.
guys?
I'm not gonna lie though.
So
God damn, my Hornets. Good formation the entire fucking time.
I'm just gonna say one
just
thing,
funny.
Crawfish. Sorry. Like
Yeah.
when I checked in with Nova. I said as fragged with changes, and you never asked me the changes. So I would have
Yeah,
told
that's
you
because
at
I didn't
number 2.
care. I told
Yeah.
you guys not
Okay.
to check in, so
Mhm.
I told you to do a comms check.
Mhm.
So the reason I didn't respond to that is because that's not what the training's about.
Of course. Yeah. Sure.
And there is no changes because there is no frag.
I was expediting. Okay. So. Okay. Fuck you. Let's go. Continue.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is one of the pattern entries of all time.
Oh yeah. We're like, can't fucking speak. Honestly, it's just skill issue because I was getting distracted with so many things, trying to do so many things. At the
Yeah,
same
no,
time.
that's okay. That happens.
And
but,
after
I
that,
mean,
we
you sort
came
of
to
got
like
the bottom half here.
yeah, we
Okay,
started at
hold
300
on.
knots.
What the fuck?
It's a teardrop.
What is this?
That's a teardrop.
A teardrop from here?
Yeah, bro.
This is a direct entry.
No, it's not because our radial was completely like fucking fucked off. Yeah, there you go. See?
Oh, this is the radio. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I think that should be.
It was 105.
This should be a parallel entry.
It doesn't fucking matter. The fuck it's so.
Okay.
The,
Yeah.
the
but,
pattern
I mean,
entries are like a
we get
civilian
there?
thing, which doesn't
We get
fucking
there?
matter, and we just
Did
do
we
it.
get there? We got there. Okay.
Yeah.
So Nomad is flying good. Sort of. It's like it gets
My
smaller
speed,
and
my
smaller and
speed, my
smaller.
speed is going all over the place. That was the
Mhm.
thing. Yeah, there you go.
But I want to Bonsai. What the fuck is this? Well, I mean, Advil I can understand because he's like a helicopter pilot, but you got to stay with Nomad. I mean, look at the damn Hornets. They're making you look a fool.
No,
I'm
I.
telling
Wait,
the
we
goal
made him
was,
look a
Okay, maybe not.
Exactly.
You guys started doing
Already.
this shit. What the hell is
We already
this?
attacked.
What kind of entry? This entry is new to me right here.
Chris.
This is the zigzag entry. This is the fucking yarn
Confused the
knot
enemy.
entry.
Confused the enemy entry.
The idea here, Nomad is complaining. Oh, these are civilian things. Yeah, well, what is the reason that I told you about the entries? so that you didn't have to do this bullshit. You know what I mean?
Hey, it works,
That's
bro.
why I put it on there.
It happened
So-
because I wanted to do a proper
I
entry.
keep making excuses,
Uh-huh,
buddy. Anyways, so we enter the pattern, maybe. There.
So, I
okay.
feel like
solid. Yeah. Okay. I would practice this because if you look in the tac view and you turn the trails on right here, this bottom thing right here is how you turn the trails to longer. I would do that. I'd go in. If it looks like some 12-year-old tied their shoes, then not good. Right? If it looks like this is good news.
Bro!
This is what it should look like. Okay? This is what mine looks like. This is what my IP
Shut the fuck
points
up.
look like. So
I
They
mean,
should
just give
look
it a
like that.
second. Like, once the 16s get it figured out, we look pretty much exactly like that.
So-
okay.
Yeah.
I feel like
What
for the
happened
18s.
here? What happened here, Hornets?
So I feel like what happens is we had the racetrack down somewhat good. There was the re-entry that we kind of messed up because what we would do is on the re-entry we would fly over the IP point, and since we were doing a left-hand turn, it was a squiggly line just to get back on the left hand. What we should have done is just extend back south, come back for
So-
a parallel. No, like what's it called? The direct one.
What do you do to make that better? You practice the entries. So look at the document, look at the entries, and practice those entries because they're gonna be important. They're difficult. Don't get me wrong, they are difficult. I know, but this is good. This is great right here. You've got it eventually. You did one single perfect racetrack.
Oh yeah. At the
One
afterwards
single
we were
one
like
we got here.
afterwards we were like we should probably do like at least 2 just to make it look good on the tag view.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's just try and forget. Let's forget about what happened before. Okay, but what you
that was
just
at the-
changed radials all of a sudden or something?
Yeah. I
No,
think
no,
that was
that's
the-
attack.
this was
Oh,
at
that's
the very, very
RTB
end.
right there. That's
Yeah.
that's RTB. You just decided, nah, I'm RTB now.
Like, nah, I don't care anymore. Just go away.
It's like
Actually, I kind of want to look at the 10. I want to look at the 10.
It's kind of the radial. It's like the most important thing ever in the racetrack. It's not fucking killing the enemy. Okay, bro. Whatever, bro.
No, but I mean that's not what we're not practicing killing the enemy here. We're practicing the radials and the holdings. That's what we're doing. If we were practicing killing the enemy, this would be a air to ground training. This isn't an air to ground training. It is an IP and target tactic hold training. The entire
Yeah,
thing
def-
is a
honestly,
hold.
Honestly, definitely what I would change, or at least what I would practice as well with our team, is that instead of like, because it was the egress where we fucked up, because we would egress, and then we would immediately go towards the IP, or fly the IP, and then try to do the racetrack. That's
Okay,
what we
hold on.
squiggle.
Holy moly, Benelli. Look at how clean that is. Why can't you guys just do what Benelli does? Look at
Because
that
he
shit.
flies 100 and
Look at
something
that
knots.
shit. Yeah, I know, but I fly 800 knots and I still do it. So. Huge skill issue. Huge skill issue. IMO.
Yeah, I feel like
Look at that. Look at that. I mean, it wasn't exactly a correct kind of. Or actually, no, it was. Look, he goes to the IP. Boom. Look at that entry, dude. Holy shit, Benelli. You're the GOAT. I would kiss you on the lips right now if I could. Look at that entry right there. Are you guys seeing this?
No. Can
Are you guys seeing
no,
this
no.
shit?
Can you like repeat that like 10 more times so we can see it?
Holy fuck. I can't not, dude. Look at that fucking teardrop entry, dude.
Your screen's
That
frozen,
is
dude.
clean. That is clean, dude. Somebody needs to screenshot that, dude. Holy shit. And then do we get another parallel entry? We get another one. Or not parallel, we get another teardrop. Holy shit. Benelli, you're my favorite. Hope this helps. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so clean. And he just goes and he just fucks shit up. Have you done this before?
I've done some like IP and JTAC entries and stuff like that before, but like not practicing like the entry part of it. It was more of like holding like, you know, like west or holding south or whatever. We didn't really practice like the actual
Yeah.
like.
No, but that is the
racetrack
cleanest shit
part
I've
of
ever
it.
seen in my life. That's even cleaner than me.
Yeah, well done, sir.
That
Hats
was
off to
super
you.
clean, those entries right there. Like, hats off, dude. That's incredible.
That was honestly
Very good.
the entire thing I was just thinking about was just like, how do I make this work? I didn't care if I hit shit. I know I can hit shit.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
nobody is going to be able to top that. That is the best entries and pattern that I've ever seen in my life. So there is no getting better than that. Let's look at the 16s, man. Did they ever get their shit together? Okay, here's our weird looking entry thing. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, Nomad, swear to God, it's just the distances are kind of weird.
I wasn't focusing on my throttle because I was focusing on
Yeah.
doing a bunch of different shit.
I will be honest, I think I have a lot more tools to make my racetracks easier.
Well, we have
Most
all the
people?
tools too. We have a heading hold and a
Oh
compass.
no! I had like a mark point at the other 10-mile end of where IP gold was. It was at the other end, so every time I got to it, I just turned around. That was
Well,
like
yeah,
literally
but
all I was doing
for
the
the
whole time.
16s, I have them measure with the HSI because they're in nav mode, and then once the distance reaches like 15, 20, then they turn around.
I
But
was
they're just
doing
not paying attention to that. The idea here is to be able to multitask. Like I didn't want you guys to focus on killing the stuff on the ground. I wanted you guys to focus on getting this pattern to look good.
I
Because
feel like
it's
for
difficult.
us, for the Hornets, we have the tool. It's just a little bit more tedious because we can create the mark point when we overfly it, but we can't add the mark point to like the sequence thing. So we'd have to manually like grab the coordinates.
Well, the
Like, do
idea
the
is
mark
to be
point,
able to do
like the
this in
coordinates.
like a Cessna 172 as well. Like you should be able to do this in anything. Like you just need a compass. You have the radial, and then you have radial, you have distance, and then you have the reciprocal heading. And that's all you need.
Yeah.
You fly your reciprocal heading, and then you fly. I mean, Nomad got it in the end here. It's just like the throttle, like he said. But I mean, you shouldn't really be touching the throttle a whole lot. It should be the same pretty much the entire time when you're in this hold. But Bonsai, you should be with your flight lead. That's something that I noticed is that in the beginning it was good, but then Solon didn't really stay with Chang a whole lot.
Oh, that's fine. We agreed just like once we split off, we just do separate racetracks. That way, like the first person goes in.
I would be
guys
careful
in
with
line.
that though, because you might end up hitting each other.
Yeah.
So that's why we do. I expect you to be one aircraft, or you're going to give yourselves separate altitudes and do that. Okay. And then what about NASCAR here? Or
No,
Swan?
don't.
So-
No, let's
No,
not.
no?
I have
Let's
no
not.
idea what the fuck I'm doing.
You have no idea. Well, I mean, this seems reasonable to me. I mean, you got the gist of it. Yeah. I mean,
Actually,
there's some wiggling around a little bit.
That's because
okay.
I could see that I was way too tight, and then I tried to extend.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's okay if you're a little bit off. Like the idea is that you fly.
Like here, I noticed I was
this,
way off.
and then like this. Like if you would just have not corrected yourself here and flown to the side like that, if you just continue flying straight like this, you'd be perfectly fine. And then you just once you reach the IP, then you just turn the other way, and then you can correct it the next turnaround. I mean, the idea you don't turn multiple times, right? That's what you don't
Bad.
wanna do.
I was
It makes
fucking around
it-
with my
yeah.
mark points as well
Yeah, of
to
course.
drop bombs.
It's fine. You did good. And then you turned in, IP inbound, you dropped a bomb. And this was an immediate reattack or what? I think it
Yeah,
was,
yeah, literally, I missed, so I turned back around one again.
Okay. And you only got a little bit because you came
And
through late.
can we ignore this bit here? That's
This
all right.
this is horrifying for me as a controller right here. This is it was terrifying, man. Because
I've never landed in that much wind before, and I've never done an overhead brake to the right.
And I was like, okay, I would have had you turn base here, but there were 16s coming in, so I had you extend.
Yeah, I think with the wind, I just.
And then I said,
yeah,
right here, base when able, and it took you like a little bit, and then I was horrified because, and then you were like not in the right
No,
spot.
yeah, no. I
And they
wasn't.
were coming, and they were booking it too. I mean, look at Nomad here, right? So I was like, okay, I just can't have that happen. So I put you around, and I just turned you here.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the reason I had you extend out so far is because I had another A10 coming in, and he's really slow, and you outrun him like crazy. So I extended you way out, and then finally had you RTB in here. And this was my mistake right here, because like when I initially saw you, you were going really fast, right? And so I was
Yep,
like,
and
when
then it
you were
slowed back
turning,
down.
it took forever for you to make turns, and then you slowed down, and it's like you instantly turned. And I was like, oh shit. That took like 0 time for you to get there, and so I had you turn back, and then you got your final. It wasn't the cleanest thing in the world, but it worked in the end. Nobody crashed, right?
Yeah.
And no sketchiness. Let's
Lots
see the
to
Hornets.
improve on.
I think the Hornets went really well with the other Hornets, the Inferno 1 flight, went really well on their approach. Like this was just by the book. It was clean. I had you guys do your inbound. You had to go around a little bit. I had you extend, and that's just because I was lining you guys up for the runway, and you were at fucking what, 17,000 feet when you were like right over the airfield. So I was like, yeah, we're going to get you some distance here.
We were at like 28,000 feet coming in on the inbound, like
yeah.
15 miles away.
Yeah, so I had to give you guys some distance there. Overhead brake.
Also, the reason why I didn't say like
And-
see you was
oh
at a
boy.
clap.
Yeah, I was talking to Nomad. These are some of the worst overhead
It's
breaks
the
I've seen in
wind.
a long time.
It's the wind. It's the wind, bro.
Practice with the wind.
No,
then.
it just
Practice-
you know.
Oh my god!
No, it is the wind,
I'm gonna tell you-
literally.
That is really
I'm
bad.
gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. The reason why I did it horrible is I don't do airfield overheads. The only overheads I do are on carriers. And I'm
Do
used
the
to it
overhead, though.
moving.
You gotta practice them overheads. Overhead
I'm used
breaks
to
are
it,
used
moving.
almost always when we're doing stuff, even in missions and all that.
I
We're
know,
always
but the thing
doing
is, I'm
overhead.
so used to doing like the carrier overhead compared to the airfield overhead. I don't know how much different it is
So
or how
16
similar it is.
overheads, not terrible, but pretty bad. Like that's just not.
It's the
mine was
wind.
pretty rough, I know that for a fact. Yeah,
Bro.
the wind really fucked my
Yours
shit
is
up.
better
so I
than
had to, like,
Nomad,
right.
honestly. It just extends
Me,
a
me,
little
me.
bit. Me. Yeah.
So like personally, what I could have done is just extend like on the turn because what we do on the carriers is do like 1% turn, 1%
But then
G.
they wanted it straight in, so he got it. Yeah. One turn, I get that. I might just put you in. I mean, Benelli got just a straight in approach, and so did
Like
Well,
Swap here.
to be fair, the break approach or an overhead break in the A10 is just the fucking stupidest thing in the world. So
It takes so long.
well, it takes so long, but it's like normally everybody says a percentage of your speed for your G's. I fucking go 250 knots max. Like,
Yeah.
there's no point in me pulling 1% of my.
I just tell
my
people the
airspeed.
amount of degrees they should turn. So like for you, it'd
I
be,
always
like,
just tell
20
people
degrees.
just do straight in approach. Fuck overhead breaks in the A10. If you want to do that,
One's in the audience, by the way.
go fly something fast.
Yeah. All
Can
right.
I?
Well.
Okay.
That should be anything. Comments? Nomad, I know you're gonna have a whole shit ton of excuses and complaints because that's what you do every time. But
Your mom.
your mom. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, dude.
Hey, Nomad, I think you did great as flight lead, and
Thank you.
without you, I think I would have been able to complete the mission. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you,
No,
Jose.
Nomad is a great flight lead.
I am
if
the
only
best.
he worked on his overhead breaks and his.
If only you would
his
actually be nice to
shoulder
me.
patterns. I am.
I know
nice.
for the next
I'm
time.
nice. I'm nice
We
in a
got-
good way.
we
You
got
know, I'm a constructive person. You know, I just be constructively criticized.
Sounds like destructive to me, but okay.
See, we should
No,
get extra
never.
points because we came to the
Never.
training.
Yeah, no, you'll all get extra points. You all pass.
Yippee!
Everybody passes.
We got a
Everybody
golden
passes.
star.
Yeah, everybody gets a gold star.
Even me? Holy shit! I'll take it.
Yeah. Everybody who didn't show up didn't learn the stuff, so I am confident that all of you understand it. I mean, sure, the patterns need work, but you all understand the concepts, which is good. So yeah. I remember everybody here, and I know you all passed. So
Hey.
good job.
Cool.
Nomad, send me the clip. Or not the clip, the VOD or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's on my YouTube. It's gonna be up as soon as I stop the live stream. And thank you, Crawfish, for your training and your effort and everything. Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, I appreciate